Good, yeah. Back with another video. This is part 2 of geography. First video I covered just going over took a good look at the map in terms of North America, how it has situated Canada, Mexico, and then everything else is just referred to as United States or United States of America. And so this video, part 2, is just to broaden or clarify even more the distinction, and today to just try to identify what the landmass or the name of the landmass known as North America is actually called, rather than just the United States, which is just a corporation, and the landmass is not a corporation. Duh. All right. Now, last video mentioned a couple of places that people never really thought of to include as part of the United States, like Chile or Costa Rica. Or Brazil, okay? Or Nicaragua. I can never say that damn country's name right. But pretty much what I'm just trying to say is that America is the entire continent, is the continents altogether, meaning North America, Central America, South America, and the adjoining islands. All that is America. So when it says United States of America, right, it's talking about all those put together. So when we just mention the that particular area that has no name besides just United States, what is that part's name? We already know it's on America. All right, America is America. North America is simply the northern part of America. So on America, which is the continent, there are countries. All right, countries. And so today, I looked up some definitions just to help clarify. And like I said, man, don't take what I say at face value. Do your own research. Just use some of the details that I give you as jewels, and look them up and start from there. Like, there's no reason in this day and age to not know anything. All right, if you don't know, it's because you choose not to know. All right, because the information is out there. Everyone out here got a smartphone, Google. There's no excuse. So, and also throughout this video, I have a couple of pictures that I'll be showing you guys briefly, just to give you a visual of what I'm talking about. And I also have I got my hands on a pretty good description of what the landmass was like before all the great cataclysmic earthquakes that caused the landmass to separate into different parts in different directions. So I want you guys to take a look at that. So let's get it cracking. What's a country? A country is a nation with its own government occupying a particular territory. So a country is not a country without a nation with its own government occupying a particular territory. Now, you know how I am. I like to really understand a word, you must understand the words that are used to define the words that you're trying to understand. So, a nation. So a country is not a country without a nation. So let's find out what a nation is. A nation is a large aggregate of people united by common descent, history, culture, or language. inhabiting a particular country or territory. So a nation is people of common descent, history, culture, or language. So a country is not a country without a nation, and a nation is not a nation without people of common descent, history, culture, or language, operating for one common goal or purpose. Now, they use the word aggregate. A nation is an aggregate of people. So let's find out what aggregate means to just clarify what a country is. And I'm using all these just to clarify what a country is, because there's levels. So you got to look at all levels, right? An aggregate is a whole formed by combining several, typically disparate elements. A material or structure formed from a loosely compacted mass of fragments or particles, formed or calculated by the combination of many separate units or items. All right? So aggregate meaning the many small parts or cells that come together, or atoms that came together to form one thing on a grand mass scale. So for instance, me, you, your brother, your mother, your sister, your cousin, your friend, your best friends, their brothers, their mothers, their sisters, their cousins, their friends, their best friends, their brothers, their sisters, their mothers, and their cousins are all small pieces. So if they all came together, that would be a country. Why? Because you have a nation there now. And a nation is just people of like-minded descent, language, ethnicity, coming together with a common goal, with a governmental structure, and all government is management. If you have an apartment right now and your bills are paid, all right, and you're budgeting and you're budgeting your finances so that all your bills are paid on time, or you make your mortgage and all that stuff, that's government. Government is simply managing the money to make sure that operation goes smoothly. Because if you don't operate, or if you don't manage your home, or you don't manage your finances, then when it comes time to pay rent, you're fucked. And you have no one else to blame but yourself, because you weren't governing yourself properly, or you're not governing your household. So that's all government is. Government's just management. So a group of like-minded people with common descent, history, language, or culture, or ethnicity, who can come together and manage and make sure operations run smoothly. That's government. All right? That's what nations do. So a country is not a country without a nation occupying a country or a territory. That's all a country is. That's why in the previous video I said New York is a country. Australia is a country. All right? LA's a country. Cali's a country. Boston's a country. Maryland's a country. Virginia's a country, because you have people, aggregates of people coming together, operating in one common goal, occupying a territory. That's a country. So a country is not a country without a nation. A nation is not a nation without people. So at the end of the day, people are the root of everything. The people. So what do? People formed their certain clique or group in the northern part of America, and they called themselves Canadians. Another people came, they occupied a territory, all right, and they called themselves Mexicans. Now us, in the United States of America, we're heirs to the greatest state on the planet, the greatest and largest estate. North America is so big, it occupies both sides of the motherfucking equator. That's how big it is. That's our inheritance. The indigenous peoples born here. That's our inheritance. Heirs to the largest estate on the motherfucking planet. The richest estate on the motherfucking planet. Because this is Africa. So stop separating it. And you don't even know it. Alright? And we're over here thinking that the United States is just the United States. Well, I'm here to tell you today that United States, alright, at one point the ancient name of this landmass was called Amexem. Amexem. A-M-E-X-E-M. Don't believe me. Type it in your Google and get to searching. Alright? Your job is to prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. And I will admit, I got no problem. Somebody, if I'm wrong and you send me a message and say, explaining to me logically how I'm wrong, I'm not going to sit here and get private and say, no, I'm right because I'm right. No, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Thank you for correcting me. Now I got to make another video to correct that. You see what I'm saying? So there's nothing wrong with being wrong. You can't be wrong. You can't be right all the time, people. There wouldn't be no balance if that was the case. There has to be a right and a wrong for there to be a right, or for there to be a wrong. Can't have one way out without the other. That's just laws of nature. Simple laws of nature. All right? Now, the landmass here, which they know as United States of nothing, of America, even though America is all the landmasses put together. So you got to be more specific than that, because Haiti is in America. Puerto Rico's in America. Dominican Republic is in America. Brazil, Turkey, Panama, Costa Rica is in America. So I can't just say United States of America. You got to be more specific. All right? You got to be more specific. It's too vague. All right? So this area that consists of all the states, the United States, all right, is called Maghreb el-Aqsa. Morocco to the extreme west. Yes, this is Morocco. Welcome home. I'm saying, but wait, ain't Morocco, in Africa, near Algeria and Tunisia and all those other Middle Eastern countries? Yes, but don't forget, the landmass was one. It got separated. So this is, North America is really North Africa or Northwest Africa, because the landmass shifted west. Africa is in the east. Then it broke apart, and the other part shifted west. So Morocco to the extreme west. Morocco's the kingdom. Maghreb el-Aqsa is the Moroccan Empire. Moroccan. That's why you're a Moor, because you're on Morocco. You could never be a citizen because we were colonized. Remember, we were colonized. There was no such thing as United States before Columbus. There wasn't. No such thing existed. Okay? And that's in terms of the, because throughout history there was plenty of earthquakes. Well, how did the landmass separate? There was plenty of earthquakes. All right? Those areas where you see water, there were once landmass, because the landmass was whole and the water surrounded the landmass. So those areas in between broken pieces of landmass, where you see water, there was land there originally. There's pyramids in the ocean right now. You think those pyramids were built underwater, or were they built on land and then something happened and then sank? I don't know, like Atlantis, which has been found, by the way. If you didn't know, Google it. All right. Even in the Bermuda Triangle. Within the Bermuda Triangle, there is a glass pyramid. That's why they call it the Bermuda Triangle. What shape is a pyramid, y'all? A triangle. You see, they call it like they see it, but we want to give something that has a name a different title. The same way that flag that's being raised on this landmass, and we think it's the American flag. But yet, when you go sing the national anthem for it, the national anthem is called the Star-Spangled Banner. So why would they call it the national anthem for the Star-Spangled Banner, but we call it the American flag when they called it a banner? You see what I'm saying? So it is what they call it. It's a banner. The same way they have, in these fake ass legislative systems now, democracy de facto system, they have codes, statutes, ordinances. They are what they are: codes, statutes, ordinances, policies. They're not laws. They're corporate rules of conduct. No different than when you have a job. They give you an employee conduct book. These are the rules and policies of the corporation. If you violate any of these rules, you can be terminated at the corporation's will. That's all it is. All right. So please, just really consider what I'm saying. This landmass is Morocco, not the United States. This is Morocco. The entire continent is called America. That's established already. All right. This is America, but ancient names in terms, all right, where you are today within the territory of the so-called United States Corporation, the landmass is known as Morocco. Okay? You're home. You've always been home. You never left, except for here. This is the only place you left. But you've always been home. So there's no reason to leave. No reason to get pissed. No reason to get emotional. Just get national. Alright? Peace and love to y'all, man.